Hey guys, welcome to the Pinetree Line. I'm here in my backyard. I bought a new hot tent stove. I bought a new hot tent too, but we'll get to that another time. But for right now, I just want to do a kind of a preview, overview of the new stove I got from Vevor, medium style hot stove. And we're going to check it out and do the first burn. That's why we're out here. It's about minus 17 with the wind chill. Not a very warm day, but we got a snowstorm coming in tonight, so we'll probably be busy all day tomorrow cleaning that up. I thought it'd be a good idea to get out here today and actually light this thing up and get it ready to go. Got to do initial burn, get any chemicals, stuff off the stainless steel, so that when burning it inside a tent, then you're not breathing in all those chemicals, which could be very harmful. Yeah, I feel like I'm freezing up here. I could really feel it. It's chilly. So anyways, we're gonna give it a go. Vevor comes recommended by a good friend of mine on YouTube and a friend of the channel's, Craig. Alright, so what I've done here is I've taken all the contents and put in a little 53-liter bin. They do give you a little bag with it, but I thought it'd be a better idea to do it this way. Lace come out. I'm gonna get my gloves, it's so cold. So it does come with all the pipes in there, and what I found was after you unpack it, it's pretty hard to get it back in with all the pipes. Two remained out in this case, and seemed to work better that way. So that's why I got the bin, and they do give you this bag, but I find with the bin a little bit easier to control. To give you an idea on the height, I'm 6 foot. It's pretty tall. So I have two other pieces inside the bag here. One is for the ashes. Get that in there. And the other thing that's a little bit different about this stove is it's got an aluminum top that's removable. It just sits, it's kind of inset here. And one thing they do tell you is that with the heat may not warp, but it may come out of the flush seating. The next time you heat it up, it should be okay. I'm not sure what's going to happen with that. We're going to find out. But although that was kind of a different thing that I wasn't quite sure of, I was willing to take a chance and see how that works out. All right, so that's that top. Nice thick aluminum. All right, let's give it a burn. And this one, you get a draft going through the tray for the ash. That creates the draft. We got smoke coming out the top.
Okay guys, this is Future Doug editing the video. As you can see here, I improperly put the flue into the firebox, and that's why the chimney was leaning left the entire video. I thought I had the firebox not level, but as it turns out, it was my bad, and I've since put it in correctly to make sure that it's not an issue with the stove itself or the chimney flue. No issue, goes in straight, so my bad. Make sure you put it in right, and good lesson to learn.
Well, what I can say so far is it's burning pretty good, and a lot of heat coming from it, even though it's cold outside and we're not enclosed, obviously. It does come with a guy out system for a ring that goes onto the chimney. You can guy out the chimney to keep it from you know, falling over or what have you. The thing about it is, once it's in the tent and it's going through a hole, that also will help it from moving too much. And it's a little bit windy today, so I can see why it's happening. Not really moving too much, but it is moving a little bit. I'll give you some more measurements on the stove itself, but I wasn't too concerned about having something ultra light. Just it's a little too flimsy for me, and rolling up a titanium chimney, not my idea of a good time. I wanted something that, like my previous stove, could fit inside each other, and then throw it in that bin when it's done and it's good to go. So one thing I can tell you is it does have these sides that come out, which helps when you're cooking, gives you a little bit more room, what have you. The other thing is, it's not, the stove isn't completely level, it's a little bit leaning. I don't have it quite flat. It was a quick setup, so something when you're out camping, make sure that's nice and level. I put a pot of water on there just to see if you could flatten out the aluminum piece. There is a little bit of smoke coming out of there, very little, but a little bit. Nothing to be too concerned about. Just had a closer look, and with that pot of water on there, there's nothing more coming out of the sides of the aluminum piece. Other than the steam coming from the water, I don't see anything coming out of the aluminum plate anymore. A little bit of discoloration happening here, and some heat's going through there, and that's almost all the way up to the top. Alright, so the plan now is going to let it continue to burn and burn out, and then clean it up and get it back into its case. I don't anticipate any issues. I think it's going to work out fine for what I want it for, and definitely give me a few nice nights in the woods this winter for sure.